Sean, first win under your belt here in India. How would you kind of sum that one up for us?
Yeah, it wasn't the best match. I think we both could have played, a bit better. Very, very tough because, Dan's obviously hurt himself quite badly recently. He's playing with a cast on. Fair play to him for still coming out and playing, because there's a lot of people in a lot of other sports who'd be ducking out there. So fair play to the lad for getting his cast on, getting on the plane, coming out, because it can't have been easy. As far as the game was concerned, I thought the third frame turned the match, funny enough. I thought we were both, certainly I was in a nice rhythm up until then, and third frame kind of both slowed us down in our tracks. Those 40-minute frames don't do anything for anybody. No one likes to see that. I think even Mark Selby doesn't like those 45-minute frames, although he seems to win a lot of them. I don't think he likes them. And, I think the quicker they're removed from our sport, the better. I think they should be banned. Well, as soon as you go over 30 minutes, the game should be given to the player with the most points, because it doesn't help. And, it ruined both our concentrations. And in the end, sort of scrambled over the line a bit, 4-1.
I think you're obviously struggling as well, a bit of a cold, aren't you? A bit of a fever as well as you're out here, so...
Yeah, I usually travel really well. I've got an SAS military-style defence system. I don't get ill easily, but something this week has knocked me for six, and I've spent the last few days in bed, not feeling very well. FaceTiming Elaine, feeling sorry for myself. She's told me to get out of bed and go practising. She has to go to work, so do I. And, babe, I'm trying my best.
Sorry, the question to ask. Obviously, your first time in India, qualified for the India Open. How have you kind of found it so far?
I've had this burning passion to come to India ever since I was a small boy. Visiting the home, the birthplace of snooker, and I'd love to try and arrange a visit to go and see the room where snooker comes from. We haven't managed to do that yet, but the guys here, we've been made to feel so welcome. You hear about Indian hospitality and how they look after you, but until you've come, you don't really feel it for yourself. Everyone's been so nice. And they watch the snooker here with a passion, and it's always nice to play somewhere where you feel wanted, and they definitely love their snooker here.
I guess I haven't had much time to really soak up the culture in its full extent, really. But with the tour obviously ever expanding, coming to China and new territories like this, how important do you feel it is for growing the game in places like India? From your experience this week,
I think it's massive. I think the one thing that they haven't done here, as they have done in other countries, certainly Germany, a lot of European countries, China, is in those countries, before there was a massive snooker boom, there was a lot of exhibition matches played, in the towns and cities to sort of grow that interest. You can sense online on social media, World Snooker can track the interest online with ticket sales and things about where those pockets of interest lie around the world. And I think it's time for more pros to come over to these places like India and to put on exhibition shows, to put on exhibition matches, to give the crowd something to watch, and to sort of stimulate that interest that is obviously here. Otherwise we wouldn't be here with a ranking event. But those other countries like Germany and China, and certainly in England and Great Britain for 20, 30, 40 years or more, have had lots of exhibition matches, and whilst a lot of people think they're old school, they really do help grow the game.
Obviously away from the table, straying away from that, it's been a pretty busy few months. Haven't you? Getting married, and you've got a little one on the way as well.
Yeah, we've been expecting for some time. We've got about 8 weeks to go until our lives are changed forever, and I get to experience what holding my little boy is going to be like. I've no idea how that's going to change me. I don't know what's going to happen there. I can't wait for it. We're both so excited about welcoming a little baby into the world. We can't wait for it. And this is my first event since getting married. We went and got married in early June. We had a beautiful place up in Loch Lomond, and it was absolutely amazing. So things are going well.
Putting the little one down the snooker route at all? Any plans for that, or?
Well, we have a table at home now, so he's going to get every opportunity to play. I will be issuing him with his set of his own golf clubs as soon as humanly possible. I have inquired at the golf club to see whether it's too early to get him membership. They told me to go away. And I've just got to work out how pushy a parent I'm going to be. I'm going to try and be the most easygoing dad you've ever seen. He's probably got no chance.
All the best for that, and all the rest of the week.
Thank you. Cheers.